just yesterday, the biggest update ever has been announced for Diablo Immortal. I don't know yet if it's the biggest update ever, but it's said to be by Blizzard. We have a new zone, new enemies and bosses, new battle pass, and other new skin, and of course pets coming to the game, which have an evolving feature. That's what this video is all about. The pets specifically, because it's bringing up controversy in the world of whales versus immortals. You have two separate groups of players that have two different ways of playing the game. You have the whales, who are going to buy anything inside of the game that they can, and they're going to then try to upgrade their account as high as they can. And these familiars that we're looking at here, they are where the issue lies. Because what's essentially going to happen is there's going to be a larger discrepancy between free-to-play or low spenders and whales. I want to share with you my thoughts on this because I think that they are a little bit unique to a lot of other people. I am friends with many whales inside of Diablo Immortal. People that have, 3,000 residents up to, all the way to the top. And I've got friends inside of the game that spend absolutely $0. And I understand both reasonings behind the gameplay and how they participate inside of the game. And honestly, I think that being upset about pets coming to the game and offering potentially another gem slot, I don't think that's the right approach here. Now let's discuss it a little bit. Why are people upset about pets? Because we don't know officially yet, but apparently pets are going to be able to hold a gem slot or 2 or 3. We don't yet know. So essentially, instead of being able to wear 8 legendary gems on your character itself, because if you're past Paragon 800, you've unlocked stances and you could hold 2 more legendary gems. Well, now you're going to be able to hold 9 or 10. I don't know how many the pets will hold. That means that resonance for all players will be able to be increased. This is good for players that want to finally unlock wings, or are just finally trying to make themselves to 2,000 wings so their wings can get a little bit better. But what happens here is when you have another gem slot, that's a 5-star gem that can be maxed out, the slot can be awakened, you can then put 3 more 5-star gems inside of there, maxed out, and 2 maxed out 2-star gems. That's going to be more resonance for whales, or people that spend a lot of money inside of the game, and also more resonance for free-to-play players, assuming they put 1 or 2-star gems in there, but it's going to make the discrepancy between free-to-play and whale much larger. Now, I think the real discussion here is, 1, that's true, there will be more of a discrepancy. But I think that we all know at this point in time that if you're a free-to-play player, like literally free-to-play, you won't even unlock, you don't buy a battle pass, you don't awaken any gear slots, you're not going to be able to compete with the whales. You're just not going to be able to. If you're a low spender like myself, $15 a month, I'm not going to be able to. Me as a player, I've accepted that. I don't feel the need to compete with players that are whales, because I know that I can't get there unless if I spend an exorbitant amount of money inside of the game, which I'm not willing to do. I don't make enough money from this YouTube channel to become a whale inside of the game. If I did, maybe I would, because I would love it to have a maxed out account. I think that would be awesome. Like I have nothing against that. I think it's cool, but I don't have the finances and don't care to spend that much money on doing it. And we have players that agree with me there, or players that have plenty of money and they choose to spend it on the game. We could all spend our money how we want. But I know, as someone that's a light spender, I buy the battle pass because I find it enjoyable. I like the unlocks, I like what I get from it. And I buy the Boon of Plenty because I want to be able to unlock the market wherever I am. It's a nice convenience that I enjoy from the game. That's why I buy them. It enhances my gaming experience. I do not buy them because I'm trying to get a leg up on any other players in the game, or that I'm trying to compete with whales in battlegrounds. I don't do that because I know that it won't help me. But what I do is enjoy the game for the ways that I can enjoy the game. I cannot be competitive and I could not be one of the best in the world in Battlegrounds. I will never be able to for many of reasons. One, I won't spend to get there. And two, I don't think I'm a good enough player, even if I did spend, to be the best. There's players that are better than me, and that's just how it is. But there are so many things inside of the game that we can enjoy. And they're only coming out with more. Trial of the Hordes is one of my favorite things. I absolutely love Trial of the Horde. I think it's fun. The Battle Royale mode, it just dropped inside of the game yesterday. And that's a fun one as well. Again, much more balanced when you're talking about players that are low resonance versus players with high resonance. There's tons of stuff we can do inside of the game and still be competitive for those of you that are free to play and want to be competitive. And for whales, I don't know how they're feeling. Like, if you're a whale, are you saying right now, this is awesome, more packs for me to buy, more gems, I can get more resonance? Or are you like, damn, now I have to spend more money because I need to have my account maxed? I'm not sure the thinking there, and I guess it depends probably from one person that spends a lot to another. Everyone has their own different feelings. But I know me as a player, I'm excited because I'm going to be able to get some more resonance. I'm going to be able to enjoy whatever this pet feature is inside of the game. I think it's going to be cool. I like the idea of evolving pets. Now, hopefully it's not some kind of stupid grind that is going to just become daunting and something else that I don't want to do inside of the game. Hopefully it's something fun, enjoyable. Hopefully the pets can add some benefit to my gameplay and make it an enjoyable feature inside of the game. If that's the case, I'm good with it. And I know that there's going to be people that are on both sides of the fence with this video. There's going to be people that think that it should be fair for all players, and I wish that it was. But let's be honest, it's been a year and a half now. This game, if you spend, you'll have advantage in PvP. That's how it is. We've moved on from that at this point in time. But I think it's cool. I think pets are cool. And as I mentioned in my videos I put out prior to this, I was actually really surprised that pets were coming because I did not think they were. Actually, all of this, and I know stuff about Diablo Immortal beforehand. I'm part of their partner program. They tell me stuff. We have meetings. It's really nice. But I had no idea about this. This was not something that was shared with me. So I was quite surprised when I heard that pets were coming to the game and that they can evolve. Battle, collect, evolve. That shows me that it's a new mechanism, like a new whole grind that's being offered here. Now, I hope it's not like when you get them, they have one gem slot. If you grind them up, they get another gem slot, and then you could continuously upgrade their power, their evolution, and add gem slots to them. For me, personally, how I'm planning on dealing with this, I'm actually going to be focusing in on all 1 and 2 star gems on my entire account. My goal is to get them all maxed, awaken all my slots, and then be able to do the best that I could do with 1 and 2 star gems. I may keep 1 5-star, maybe 2, but I'll never get them awakened. I'm never going to get there. And then once I do, I'm never going to be able to fill it with rank 10 5-star gems inside of the awakened slot. I know that I can't. And I want to enjoy the game for the features that it has, so I'm going to do that utilizing the gems that I could do it with. I could realistically upgrade 2-star gems and 1-star gems, and that's fun for me, and that's what I'm going to focus in on. So is the discrepancy bigger between whales and free-to-play? There will be a larger resonance gap in between players. Yes, there will. Will that affect Battlegrounds? Probably. But in my opinion, a free-to-play player is not going to be able to compete against someone that's spending tens of thousands of dollars on their account for the gems. Not only legendary gems, by the way, there's also regular, secondary gems as well. Play a big part in all this. So being that it's very hard, if not impossible, you guys could have that discussion in the comments below as well. For a free-to-play to compete with a whale, this is just a bigger discrepancy. I don't think that competition was ever there to be had either way. Now, I want to backtrack a second here and just talk one more time about my feelings on this. And as I mentioned, I do this because I don't want to offend anybody. Because as I mentioned, I have friends that are of all levels of this game. I have the most intense, serious friends that are completely free to play. And I have intense, serious friends that love this game that are absolute whales and everything in between. I have whale friends or friends that spend a lot of money in the game that aren't that great at it. And I have friends that are mid spenders or free to play that aren't that great at it. There are all types of players inside of the game. Now, the other thing to discuss here is, are all the free to play players gonna quit? I don't think this changes anything. The resonance, if it's here right now, the difference between free to play and whales, there's a big discrepancy there. This is just going to extend it a little more. Even if they double the resonance and there are 8 slots inside of these pets, you're here, you can't win in a battle. So why not be out here? You're not going to win in a battle either way. I think that we all play the game in the way that we enjoy the game. Lately, I've been loving farming inside of the game, getting my upgrades, getting my monster essence, and kind of handing in my bestiary and just upgrading my account. I think I'm like, for me, this is good. I think I'm like 6 or 7 Paragon levels above Paragon now. And I don't turn in my battle points until Mondays. So I'm looking pretty good. On Monday, I'm going to be able to jump up, collect my battle pass. The battle pass will switch over a few days after that, and I'll be my new class. And that's what I'm excited about. The gameplay is what I'm excited about. I don't play a ton of PvP. I do some, but not Battlegrounds. I don't really enjoy that. I was enjoying Trial of the Horde. And I'll enjoy the Battle Royale. That's fun. But I really just like upgrading my account, farming for stuff, making my account as fun as I can, and just enjoying it in that sense. I think there's a lot of players there. And I think we underestimate the number of players that play Diablo Immortal that are absolute casuals. I mean, I have people coming through my Discord server still that know nothing about the game. Like, we forget how many new players are joining this game every day. There's tons of them. And back to that point of the free-to-play players are gonna quit. I don't know that Blizzard would care that much. Because the free-to-play players, yes, they're keeping the game active, populated, but they're not helping Blizzard pay for anything for maintaining the game. So I am curious. Like, obviously Blizzard doesn't want, or the developers, NetEase, no one wants anyone to quit the game, because having even numbers, whether they're free to play, whale, or anything in between, it's really good. It's good for the health of the game. But it doesn't, free to play players do not help Blizzard monetarily. It's just true. Light spenders, very little bit. But to get the updates, they mentioned in their update video that there were 20 updates in the year. That's pretty darn big. Like, PC games don't get that. When you spend $65 for a game, you're not getting monthly updates. Diablo Immortal is able to give us more updates than, honestly, I think I've ever seen in a game. And maybe you guys have games that have had more. You could let me know down below there too. This is definitely a discussion that we could have. But I think that if you're free to play, if you're a light spender like me, I have to look at all the updates coming to the game and be like, this is kind of cool. I like the changes coming. It keeps things from getting boring. It gives me something to grind forward to. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the pets actually do. Are they going to fight for me? Are they going to just gather stuff? What's it going to all be about? Or are they just a vessel for more resonance, which could be the case. So I think it's fine. If the game is going to be pay to win, which it was launched as and it's always going to be, at least we, the free-to-play players, are getting all the content that the people that are paying for it are as well. They're just paying for it for us, essentially. So thank you, whales, for spending inside of the game and allowing the game to be updated and have new features coming. I don't think pets are gonna make people quit Diablo Immortal. I don't. Especially if they're really cool. It may actually bring more people to Diablo Immortal. I don't think pets are gonna make that big of a difference between whales and free-to-play battling, because the whales are gonna win those battles anyway. Now, if we talk Shadow War versus Immortals and all that stuff, the more people, essentially the more resonance you have, the more people you have with a lot of resonance in your clan, the more powerful your clan's gonna be. And this is just gonna be a little bit more of a discrepancy there as well. I care about being an immortal less than I care about doing battlegrounds. Those competitive elements that I know I have no competitive advantage in, I just don't care about anymore. It's silly to care about it. Now, if I want to be an immortal, I'll try and work some type of a treaty and be part of that. But honestly, I don't want to be. I don't think that there's really much for being an immortal inside of the game that is going to allow me to enjoy it any more than I already do. So, a little bit long-winded possibly. I just wanted to be very clear on what I had to say, but I think that pets coming to the game is going to be good. I think it's going to be a new feature. I know that there are people in the community that disagree, because I've had people reach out to me already, and that is fine. We can disagree, but it's coming. I mean, this is what's coming to the game, and I am going to try to enjoy it as much as I can. Now, I hope it doesn't come and suck absolutely horribly. If it does, you know, that stinks. But I think that they have a good plan, and that it's going to be a fun feature inside of the game. And that's what we need to remember, guys. We play video games for fun, and fun looks different for all different players. For some people, fun is being #1 on leaderboards. For others, fun is gathering, farming, and building up your character. And for others, fun is beating down other people in PvP. For me, it's a combination of all those things, depending on what game I'm playing. Inside of Diablo Immortal, it's more about the building up my character, finding the essences, putting the gem combinations together, and really making a fun build that I enjoy playing. And then when I get bored with it, like right now I'm a little bored of the Blood Knight, I'm gonna switch it up and go another class. We got 7 classes to change to. You could be each class for a month, and then throughout a year, you don't even get through all of them. Well, you don't get through all of them twice, I should say. So I think it's cool. I don't think that the game is going to die. I don't think free-to-play players are going to dip on the game because of this feature. Let me know down below if I offended you. I'm sorry. I definitely did not intend to. This was really just an open discussion of how I think pets coming to the game is going to be fun for me.